Hello guys, welcome to my page Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. I greet you at your location time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And for those people who have already sleeping, good night. This is another update. Uh the laughable, this one are laughable, You don't tire me for all these our judges in Nigeria. Supreme Court judges, it seems that they don't know their subject. They don't know the case before them. They are asking a stupid question, a stupid question that which one they should try, which one they should judge, whether the letter from the Chicago State University or the transcript. So they don't know. They are asking people questions, silly question. And me, I don't know who I go ask. So I don't know who I go ask because they are asking a silly question, a dumb question, saying that whether they should treat the letter from the CUS Chicago State University, CSU. So me, I don't know for them, what kind of judges is this? They don't know their this thing before. They don't know their job. They don't know what to do with the petition before them. Why are they asking a silly question? I don't know. What kind of judges is this? This is your last hope of a common man. Anyway, they are not my own last hope. God is my own last hope. If you take a ordinary person as your last hope, well, anything you made there is for you. That is not they are not for me. It's God I believe on. God is my own last hope. So shikena. So these people, let me just play you the video, because this is what went down at the court on Monday. So they are asking silly question, and I don't know who I go ask. That is why I say let me bring it to my viewers all over the world. Maybe they can answer them, because this one is it don't tire me. It's above me. It's above me, honestly. Because how can a higher court judges, appellant court, be asking a silly question that which case they should treat first, when they are saying that there's a forgery case, on this election. Say that somebody tender a forgery certificate, and you are asking me which one you should treat first. Don't you know your duty? Don't you know your duty? Men and women over there at this Supreme Court, are you gonna be continue asking this silly question? Are you gonna be continue asking this silly question instead of you to do your job? Do your due diligent job. What kind of a question is this? What kind of a question is this? Because we begin to suspect you now. We are beginning to be suspecting you guys over there at the Supreme Court. Since you don't know your left from the right, maybe they should change you people, because we're not tired of all this keep packing. I be the Tinubu don't pay you dollar. Let me play you this video, guys, please. Let me just play you, so you will know what we are talking about here. We are not just making mouth. These people, they are just funny people. They are so funny. Obviously they are funny. They don't know their duty. They don't know how. I don't know. What kind of a people is this? What kind of a people is this? For God's sake. This is the selection of Buhari. This is a dumb selection of a Buhari. He selected his people, and now they don't know what to do. They confused. They are asking people which case they should treat first, whether the letter from the Chicago State University or the script. deposition, whether the deposition of the script or the letter. So am I going to be answered that kind of stupid question? No, that's above me. So let's hear from
Justice Agim's question to Uche, Atiku's lawyer, and they say when he was asking, there are two certificates, letters. Which one should we rely on? Again, that is a Supreme Court justice asking
silly questions.
Which one should we rely on? Coming back now to
which one should be relied on? Which one should be
former lawmaker, Senator Sani Shehu.
What kind of a question is this?
A more creative as a matter of us, but we are a praying nation. Let's go into 3 days fasting. On the third day, God will show us in a dream. You know, as funny as that comes across.
Very funny.
The Supreme Court justices are appearing helpless in their first attempt at this
funny
case.
People.
By that statement, it's appearing weak, it's appearing helpless. Because so when you, so when you say someone, which one should we rely on? I brought a matter for you. I have my concern. I'm worried about this. It's affecting over 200 million Nigerians, which you attested to, and you're asking. So you need to go and prove which one do you want us to rely on? Should we now actually begin to shut down the nation and going to pray these prayers? Because I mean. If the Supreme Court is appearing helpless, what exactly are we? Because in as much I want to look at Senator Sani's as a joke, but as a sarcasm, but maybe we should begin to do that. I don't know what you think, bro. Because right now I don't know if they can't know what to do, and I will.
Well, if I mean,
but we'll still come for open conversation.
At what point have justices begun to ask litigants which one they should use?
It is the irony of this situation.
When have we come to the point in our legal system that
they are not serious?
The justice of the Supreme Court will be asking a litigant, which one should I use? What makes them judges after all?
I don't know.
If not for them to use their discretion and use some knowledge of the law to do the needful. But you see, like as these people have decided for some reason, you know, they've compromised themselves. They've decided to look the other way and do the wrong thing. And one of the reasons why they can do that with ease is that they believe that nothing will happen. As we say in PDG,
they have collected money
in Nigeria. But like I said, I keep saying, and I hope that
corruption.
I hope that I'm not my convictions are not completely misplaced. I believe that in all we do, there will be a day of reckoning. And let me tell you something. Almost all autocracies, all nations that have been wrongly governed by wrong people, at some point, before change comes, they will always thought that nothing will happen. And but the day comes and the trigger happens. And a change comes. So I believe that where we are headed now, the politicians have dealt with us in a manner that seems to suggest that we don't matter. But my hope and prayer is that there will be a time when, having been pushed to the wall, Nigerians are carved the holes in there. There may be a time there may be no hole again that will be able to bounce back. Something will happen one day. This order cannot continue. It doesn't make sense. We can't run a nation like.
It's true. It doesn't make any sense. How can the judges be asking a silly question? You know, a dumb question. Say which case they should be treating first. They don't use their IQ. How can you be asking a higher court? You are higher court for that matter. Just imagine. Are you there to be playing? To play with some people intelligent? If you don't know your job, if you cannot do the due diligence, go away. Let another person, another fresh person, enter the seat. You know. You don't ask a question around. Say which one are you going to be treating? You don't know the criminal law again. Are we going to be telling you your duty? Just imagine. Anyway, you are not a last common man for me. You are not a last hope. As I said, if anybody take you as a last hope of a common man, that if you enter one chance, it's for you. That's your own peril, you know. That's your own cup of tea. Because these people, they don't know anything. They abnormal people. Their brain has washed off. They don't know their right from the left. They don't know how to calculate. They are asking silly question, dumb question every time. How are we going to be continue like this? This is where we find ourselves.
Please watch the full analysis as Mr. Peter Obi warns judges about Tinubu that they should not legitimize forgery and lawlessness. Yeah. Please guys, remember to like, share this video and leave your opinion in the comment section below.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Since the presidential election dispute started at the appeal court, this is the first time Peter Obi will be making a very strong worded statement about the judiciary and Tinubu. Although he didn't call him by name, but it's obvious the people who the Wasbos is directed at. One might not be wrong to say that Nyesom Wike is among them, including corrupt judicial officers, both serving and retired. And just like when Atiku replied Tinubu's accusation that he might be using someone's certificate because of the difference in names,
you don't know what to do with
he came back charging at him with a strong worded statement. Peter Obi's statement, like Atiku's, is not only strong worded but straight to the point. No need summarizing any of it. Let's start from the title. Quote, "The rule of law and the credibility of leadership." Still on the identity crisis and controversies that have continued to haunt the Nigerian citadel of power since the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. There is this saying, it is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles.
Yeah.
The lofty titles that decorate people in power have little meaning if there is a hollowness and falsehood underneath them. Such titles which adorn those in public office mean nothing if they are not original and are fake, if those who bear them have no honor to support the weight of the titles they carry. In situations where there is public doubt as to the veracity and authenticity of these titles and the claims behind them, it is the judiciary's role, when called upon, to uphold the honor of the titles through transparent rulings. Only through such judicial interventions can the public be protected from the tyranny of dubious and duplicitous characters and identity fraudsters. In such situations, the judiciary has a bounden duty to protect society's value system. This is one of the obligations of an impartial judiciary in a democracy. The rule of law remains the lifeblood of democracy in all societies, and by whatever definition across time, it remains the foundation for all our fundamental rights as humans. It is the rule of law that binds society together. The expectation by the high and low alike that their rights will be protected and respected by fair judges in transparent courts is what keeps citizens' loyalty and belief in democracy. People, irrespective of their station in life, approach the courts whenever they feel their rights are assailed in the expectation that fair courts will render justice to them according to law. However, when the fairness of the judiciary is not assured, and the transparency of judiciary operatives is uncertain, the rule of law will come under severe threat. Once ordinary people lose faith in the fairness of the judiciary, the rule of law is threatened. With it, faith in democracy comes under threat as well. A society is endangered when the rule of the powerful and the rule of the rich and the mighty replaces the rule of law. When that happens, justice becomes a commodity to be traded between the rich and powerful and a cult of corrupt judicial operatives. When a democracy is based on faulty justice, it opens society to apparent dangers. Governments become subject to impunity and casual violations of the rights of ordinary citizens. The rich and powerful can trample on the rights of the lowly, as there are no consequences for infractions or lawless acts. This can be the groundwork for a democracy to graduate into an autocracy. US President Joe Biden could not be more apt when he said, "For any young democracy, the most difficult but important step is burying the legacy of tyranny and establishing an economy and a government and institutions that abide by the rule of law." End of quote. Yes, this is a very powerful speech from Peter Obi. People should keep talking, they should continue to criticize dubious operators in our country. These men feel they are untouchable, that they can get away with anything. It's a pity many judges are supporting men they should send to prison. Men that are not as educated as they are. Don't they feel ashamed that such men decide the affairs of this country when competent intellectuals abound that can do the job better? Aren't they proud of their own country? Don't they care about Nigeria's image? How can one man deceive all Nigerians, including learned justices? It is very clear that this man never went to any school, no primary school, no secondary and university. All have been proven to be fake. It would be a wonder if this man outsmarts learned justices who have spent years as lawyers and jurists. In fact, between them, they have about 200 years combined experience as eminent jurists. People in power are always quick to point to Nigerian unity, but all their actions always divide Nigerians instead of uniting them. Look at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judges. They couldn't hide their bias. They couldn't even uphold a single prayer of Atiku Abubakar or Peter Obi. Maybe the unity they always talk about is among themselves, not all Nigerians. Remember that Wike bragged before they delivered the judgment that it will be 5/5, that there will not be any dissenting voice. Eventually, all the justices arrived at the same decision. This kind of thing shouldn't be happening in a sane country. How the mighty has fallen. As recent as 90s and early 2000s, we still had fearless jurists who dared the military, not to talk of civilians of today, that they can sack, and that will be the end of it. If you sack someone from office, he wouldn't have any power to retaliate. That's if he can retaliate at all. Because the person is doing his job. The person swore an oath to the Constitution, not to a human being. So they should uphold the law. Nigeria has laws that should be upheld, not uphold a dubious character. These men have made a mockery of the whole situation. How can all laws not be upheld the same way? How can interpretations of the law be different? This one in Sokoto will say a different thing. The one in Abia will say a different thing. The one in Lagos, a completely new thing. Is it not the same law that we're interpreting? Judges become defense lawyers. They act as if they are the respondents in cases. So imagine a learned justice asking whether a letter should be chosen as a right thing or an oral deposition. What sort of question is that? Even a man walking in the street that is a nobody knows that when someone says something under oath, that it has more weight than whatever the person says with his mouth.
That is a crime.
So why are they trying to deceive Nigerians? The records are there. They should look at the records and deliver justice. Nigerians are not begging anyone to do the right thing. Nigerians are only demanding that justice be done. They are in the same party with
Tunumbu.
All the work that Atiku Abubakar did, he shouldn't have done that. That's the work of INEC and other security agencies. What are they doing? They are supposed to be the ones vetting and digging into the credentials of public office holders. Because these are people that will make future policies that will affect every one of us. These people make this job look complicated, like it's rocket science. But it's actually very simple. In the United States, you have ordinary people who convict, accuse people in court. The job of the judge is just to sentence the person. So if they can do it there, why do people feel in Nigeria that delivering judgment or interpreting the law is a difficult task? Every one of us has a sense of judgment. We know the right, we know the wrong. So deciding what is right or wrong, especially when it is written into a law, is not rocket science. Let them do their job. So it's good that everyone should be talking. Silence is complicity.
We will be talking. We will continue talking.
I bring back the Justice side.
We will continue talking. They can never shut us up, you know. That is the fact. We will continue talking. These people, they are in group, like I always said. They are in group together, a group of criminals, you know, crook, So it is we that we will remove them. It is our generation will remove all this crook, because revolution will do it. Revolution will do it. So we need your comment below and share this program. Thank you. God will bless you. Have a nice day.